Welcome. These forecasts are all about using time and energy to your advantage. They're here to make you aware of the energy going on in the month, the energy going on in your home, so that you can use that energy to multiply your efforts. It's like having the wind at your back so that you go further, faster. I'm Jeanette Zizikowski, your go-to Feng Shui consultant. Daily, I work with the motivated, the successful, and the inspired to use Feng Shui to go from stuck state back into flow state. Let's get into it. Manifesting a life you love is an active experience. It's about co-creating and creating and being proactive rather than just sitting back and seeing how life unfolds and what happens to you. Who are you showing up as daily? What are the actions you're taking? What are the choices you're making? Who are you being daily? Our reality today is a direct reflection of the actions and choices we've made in the past. For some of us, that's awesome. Life is good, things are always on the up and up, and we are achieving daily. For others, there are some things and choices we've made that we are still tweaking and we're rerouting, and we want to be more active in the co-creative manifestation progress. Maybe we're being a little bit too passive. Either way, you can choose and decide today to start actively manifesting, to start actively co-creating. That's what these forecasts are for, to help us stay on track. I've created the Feng Shui planner for us, myself included. I use it for you guys. And these forecasts are to help us stay on track to achieve more and enjoy the journey as we achieve more. If you're new to this channel and you're new to these forecasts, welcome. This is as close to free coaching and free accountability as I offer. You have maybe clicked on other Feng Shui forecasts that really dive into the objects and the items. And I feel like a lot of those come from a place of like, I hope it works out after I place this. This is taking your power back and using the energy. Our spirit, our soul did not come into this world to just sit back and watch. It came to have an active human being experience. That's a deeper conversation for a different day. But these forecasts are about helping you actively take advantage of your life and this time and the energy and be proactive and take your power back using the Feng Shui planner. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're a regular, welcome back. Okay, we're going to get into the Feng Shui planner. And can I just say first though, how crazy was March? How awesome was March? We're definitely, I don't know about you, but everybody I talk to, clients, friends, family, these last 60 days of February through March have been like, I feel like I've lived 9 lives. And other people are like, it feels like I just had a whole year in 60 days. Like so much is happening. I talked a lot about the wood dragon coming in and how he's very like yang, doing, pushing, wants to accomplish, wants to achieve. And I think we're really feeling him. I keep saying him because it's yang, and I don't know why. It's not necessarily a him, but just this doing energy, this yang really setting in. And I think we're definitely feeling that energy. Personally, I calculated this. Personally, I worked an average of about 276 hours in March. And for context, that's like an 8-hour workday, and there's 21 days, like work days in March. That's only 168 hours. So I worked about over 100 hours more than like the average workday. And I'm not saying that to brag. I don't know why that would be a brag. I think most people don't want to work that much. I'm saying that to say that I'm in the weeds with you. I'm filling out these Feng Shui planners with you. I am still in the very much the building phase of my life. And so I just want you to know that I'm right there along with you, whether you're starting a side hustle, you're starting your own business, or you're in the early stages. I'm working this much because my business is still very in the early stages. I've been doing Feng Shui for 10 years, but it hasn't been a business for, I think we're in the middle of 3. And so it's still very young. I'm still in the building the foundations phases. And I just want to let you know that I put in all of those hours because that's what you got to do to make your dreams happen. You have to take that aligned action. Daily, I'm still regulating my nervous system, still getting used to the highs and lows of entrepreneurship, still getting used to the emotional waves and the like being open to receive more, and just all the crazy emotional rides that entrepreneurship comes with and starting a business comes with. So I'm right there along with you. I'm here to support you. And I'm particularly here to support you with these forecasts. So, anyway, I'm getting ahead of my notes. March was packed. I had to literally go back and March 1st feels like 2 years ago. I've completely forgot seriously whether or not I had done a March feng shui forecast. That's how much life has happened. And so I had to go back and look, and I did, thank goodness. I feel like somebody would have called me out if I missed it. So here we are about to do April. It's time to whip out the feng shui planner. And PS, I really want to say congratulations and like I'm proud of you for showing up for yourself. I'm proud of you for being here today. I'm proud of you for about to plan your month, sit down, plan how you're going to take aligned action, reflect on your wins. We are meant to celebrate our wins, and we never give ourselves enough time, myself included. We never sit and give ourselves enough time to really like think of like, wow, so much happened in 30 days. Like, I am truly blessed. I am truly abundant. And look at all the great things that happen. Even if it's that you found 2 pennies. I found 2 pennies in the month of March. That's worth noting. Anyway, you can tell I get really excited about these things because I just start talking a lot. For the next 3 minutes, I'm going to put on some music, some journal time. Drink your coffee, drink your matcha, sit with it, reflect on your March. There's 2 pages. There's the March wins. I filled mine out already. The March wins, the first page. I'm celebrating these 3 things that happen. Check if you accomplished your goal or not. And then there's the back page, something I did nice for myself. And I noted places to track like how many books you've read, money you've saved, screen time. But if you're tracking something else for the year, like maybe you're tracking how much you've walked, or you're tracking how many days without coffee you've been going, feel free to change those boxes. This is the first year for the feng shui planner, and I just put in some common things people track. So don't forget, it's 2 pages. And after 3 minutes, we'll come back and talk about April. Welcome back. Comment below what's the most serendipitous thing that happened to you in March. I want to hear your wins. I want to hear your serendipitous moments. These things light me up and I get so excited for you. So now we're going to get into the part of the journal of what is Feng Shui is giving your space attention with intention. So what is your intention for the month of April? It's probably something to accomplish your bigger goal, right? What did you say at the beginning of the Feng Shui planner? In all those squares, I'm not going to flip to it. In all those squares, what was in the box for April that you need to accomplish this month to reach the bigger goal? To show up daily and take aligned action and to use and to direct the energy in your space on what to do, you have to be clear on your intentions and what it is that you're trying to create. So that's what these next 3 minutes are going to be about. What is your April goal? I know there's a typo. What is your April goal to accomplish that will get you closer to your 2024 year end goal? Then we're going to talk about the directions that host that energy to help you. Last month I gave the analogy of each direction in your home as a different like Wi-Fi spot. Some Wi-Fi pumps out money intentions, some Wi-Fi supports your love intentions. But first you have to know, what's my intention? So here's another 3 minutes. I'll see you soon. Welcome back. Comment below, what is your goal for April? I didn't see a lot of goals in the last video. I want to support you guys. Please share with me your goals. And if you want it to be more private, you can always DM me on Instagram. Let's take a quick glimpse at the astrology for the month because April 2024, there is a lot going on. If there's a weird cut in the video right here, it's because I just went on a total tangent about everything going on. I'm so excited. It's so fascinating how it all links together. So if there's a weird transition here in the editing, I'm coming back to simplify it. So we have a few things Dragon plus dragon, which equals self penalty or self harm. I'll explain that in a second. The solar eclipse, Mercury retrograde, and the Feng Shui energies doubling up. So many things but it's so clear how it all links together, which I think is really exciting. So, what does that all mean for you? First, Mercury retrograde. I hope you guys have been with me long enough to know that Mercury retrograde is not something to fear. So, it happens April 1st through April 25th this month, which is 25 days. So we're not going to waste 25 days of our precious life being afraid. Everything is happening for us, not to us. And in this case, Mercury is going back and revisiting. Retrograde just means, I think it's just the planet looks like it's spinning backwards. Without getting into the weeds of what a retrograde actually is, it's a great time for us to revisit, rejuvenate, redo. And it's pretty cool how everything is working together. So put a pin in that first. Mercury retrograde wants us to revisit something, not our ex. Don't go back to the ex. That they're meant to stay in the past. This is going to be about you and internally you and how you handled something. So put a pin in that. Now let's talk about, and then I'm going to bring it all together. Now let's talk about the double dragons. Double dragons together in a Bazi chart is self penalty, meaning you kind of get in your own way and it's a mistake that you make, like you caused it. When we have dragon in the year and the month and they meet, this is how I'm seeing it and how I'm interpreting it. It's been made pretty clear by everyone that change is, we're still shifting, right? We're going into period 9. We're in period 9. It's the first year of period 9, this transition. There is this like spiritual awakening happening. There's a lot of spiritualness and energy is becoming more of the norm. And this dragon, these two dragons together, is encouraging everyone to reflect on change and kind of get out of your own way and move forward with the new path you've chosen. But the two dragons are in the year and the month, not our chart. So it's kind of like an outside influencing us. Then we have the solar eclipse, which, from what I can tell in my research, because I'm a Western astrology novice, is going to be a lot about the wounded masculine. So a lot is going to be shifting for the wounded masculine, however that shows up in our life. And the masculine is like doing, lack of vulnerability, like suppressing things and just pushing through, powering through, and not having this like masculine and feminine balance. So it's like too much of the doing, suppressing, pushing, powering through, ignoring feelings. Solar eclipse shows the shadow and shows the light. So all of this I first see as being, it's going to be an emotional, impactful month, particularly around the eclipse, but more so, use the retrograde to go back and revisit. How have you not liked showing up for yourself? How have you not liked pretending to be a doer, maybe when you're wanting more relaxation, you time, and yet you're like networking and pushing and going and none of it feels aligned? How are you suppressing your feelings and your emotions and not showing your softer side because you feel like that makes you weak or look weak? This is what I think Mercury retrograde and how I'll be using it. We'll watch how it unfolds when the energy is actually like over us and influencing us. But this is what I believe Mercury retrograde is having us go back and redo and revisit our internals, shadows, the eclipse, shadows, and light, how we show up with our masculine and feminine. And the dragons, year and month dragons, want us to get out of our own way, embrace who we actually are, embrace the duality that we have, embrace both sides of emotion, of yin and yang, masculine, feminine, emotion and strength. What's the opposite of strength and compassion? That's what Mercury retrograde wants us to revisit. Then we have the personal energy numbers. If you guys are familiar, if you've been around this channel, I've talked a lot about the cosmic trinity: heaven luck, man luck, earth luck. So all this astrology is heaven luck. It's what's going on in the cosmos. Man luck's our actions, how we show up, what we do with our life. And then earth luck is the environmental energies. This month, the Feng Shui energies all duplicate, which usually feels like to us slowness, but I think it's going to work in our favor because heaven luck's going nuts. Like there's all kinds of crazy things shifting and happening and moving and just big changes up there that I think it'll be really nice that our feng shui feels more stable. And then also like in the micro in your home, this is going to feel different to you in your life. But that's what's going on like bigger picture. I hope you guys are excited as I am about that. I try to be succinct when I'm explaining all of it, but it's just so cool how all these pieces fit together. And to a certain degree, it is a little philosophical. It's not like a succinct answer. So hopefully you're as excited and that clicked because I think it's going to be a very powerful month. Okay, so now to talk about the different directions and this environmental energy, how do we use it to our advantage? The least helpful direction this month is in the west. And by least helpful, I mean this is where we kind of have a very pushy, aggressive, kind of wreaks havoc on things to get things done. So if you're feeling burnt out, if you're already feeling kind of down, you're already feeling like you're not really in control of your life right now and you're just wanting to like recollect yourself, then don't really use the West. Don't have any of your deep conversations here because it just makes it more complicated. If you're having trouble sleeping, having difficulty sleeping, don't sleep in the West. Find another room to and you'll feel a little bit more rejuvenated in. You can, if you're like, well, the West is what it is. This is where I have to sleep. You can place metal here to smooth this intense energy coming in. For some of you, you might be in a point where you're like, I need to grab life by the horns and take action, take charge. And we really need to disrupt what's going on here. Like in my life, it needs an upheaval, and the West will actually help you with that. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, especially because it's duplicated. So if you're ready and you need a big shakeup and you need to take life by the horns, West will help you out. Not great for relaxation. Next, we have the North. It's a little bit lighter because normally this energy is very good, but when it's duplicated, it's a lot of earth energy. So it can be kind of stubborn, can be kind of hard to move. The downside to April, I think it's going to be a really like epiphany, emotional, good cleansing month. It's not really an instant gratification month. So there's going to be a lot of doing, and I don't think that we're really going to totally see the rewards of the month yet. I think that'll come later. Right now, because when all the energy is duplicated, like I said, it's like we're putting in the effort, but we don't necessarily see a return because there's not enough in exchange of all the different energy. I'm probably over elaborating here, but the North is still, it's a lot of earth. So it's not going to be instant gratification, windfalls of money, but it's still good for money. It's still good for that cash flow. It's still good to use and clean up that area and have your coffee there and still good to use. Even better is the East and the Southwest. So the East is intelligence, wisdom, and helpful people times two. So this is fantastic. It's good for planting the foundation for long-term prosperity. This is the East that we're talking about. So if you need a loan, if you need helpful people, if you need wisdom, a wise advisor, you need guidance, you need help figuring out the next steps for paying off your credit card debt or starting a business or anything where helpful people are involved, the East is what you want. And this is also good if you're writing a book, if you're needing inspiration, if you're needing your own wisdom. The East is supportive to all of those intentions that you have. So again, think of what's my intention for April? How am I using the energy in my space to my advantage? Which one of these is going to help me get this intention, achieve this intention faster? So the East is good for that. And then the Southwest, this is double spirituality, double eyes, double metaphysics, double the unseen. It's like the unseen becoming seen. So this is really good for plans coming to fruition, for projects coming to fruition, for downloads and all this stuff that's been in your head actually coming out and executing it. This is great for anyone in career paths such as like any spiritual career path. So mediums, astrologists, Reiki, even psychologists, psychics, anything with like emotional intelligence and these downloads. So if your intention has anything to do with like needing to actually produce and have the download and create, go from unseen to seen, the Southwest is going to help you with that. So This is where you working from the east or the southwest is very good. Having the coffee here, opening the windows, zhuzhing them up, keeping them clean. Energy doesn't always show up as just like, this is money, this is not money. It's like, how do I need to make money? What skill do I need, or what do I need to ask for the promotion or get the promotion? What action do I need to take to get to the next level? Sometimes it's actually writing the book, sometimes it's working out, sometimes it's asking a helpful person to loan you money, right? So how do these three, which one do you need to support your intentions? Before we get into this last section, please take this time to subscribe, comment your wins, comment your serendipitous moments, comment your goals for the month of April. Like it if you've been enjoying it so far. And please, if you don't mind, share this with your friends. I know that these are a little bit out of the box and a little bit different. So at first, your friends might be like, Feng Shui, what? Like, what are you talking about? I don't want to do Feng Shui. But you probably have friends that do want to accomplish their goals faster and do want to achieve more things. And how fun to have an accountability partner along the way. So please share these and spread the word so that more and more people are living a life that they feel fulfilled by. This month, in addition to accomplishing your intention for the month, I recommend using the energy to observe. So I kind of already got into it, but observe yourself, observe your emotions, observe the wounded masculine tendencies in you, observe what you've been suppressing, emotions you haven't been feeling, emotions you want to feel, actions you want to take, and why you don't feel comfortable. Is it just societal things that are in your way? Is it just limiting beliefs? For 5 minutes, or maybe you do it before you watch the May Feng Shui forecast, take a section of the planner to reflect on how you feel this month, specifically around these themes of masculinity, or I should say yang and doing, and anything you feel like you're supposed to be doing because someone else said you're supposed to be doing it, but what do you really want? So your intentions for April, the action step, I can't wait to hear all about it in the next video. Comment below along the way. I can't wait to hear about your April wins, your April manifestations, your April serendipitous moments. I'll see you in the next video.